We're here at the Amobi Okoye Foundation office, and sitting here with us today is the Business Development Director for the foundation, Yvonne Arsenault. How are you?
Great. Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you for allowing us to come here and speak with you guys. Tell us, Yvonne, the foundation is incorporated with 4 categories of programs.
Yes, the Amobi Okoye Foundation is an umbrella for 4 different entities. Of course, we have Katy, which is Changing Africa Through Education. Amobi is from Nigeria, moved to America when he was 12 years old. And through Katy, we deliver books, and we don't just drop them at the dock. We make sure that they get in the hands of the children who need them. And we do that in Nigeria. Kids have to pay to go to school. In the rural areas and where people are drinking out of mud puddles, that is just an unattainable goal. So we work with the Rotary Club, who provides us with a gentleman named Ken Burton, who is ex-military and specializes into going into rural areas. He hand delivers the books, sits with the families, and goes through how to use the books and make sure that they are used. And thanks to Mayor Parker and niece of Houston and Houston City Councilwoman Adams, we were able to get 100,000 books that are out of adoption with the Houston ISD.
So it was increased, because the last time I read it was, what, 30, 40?
We did 40,000 last year. So we're very excited. We also take medical bridges and other doctors that come with us on a mission trip. And we don't just put a Band-Aid on the problem and see the people for 14 days. We actually set up medical clinics. We leave medications the doctors can use throughout the year. We do cancer screenings and minor surgeries while we're there as well.
Wow, you talking about positive impact in Africa.
Very much so. Last year we were able to catch the beginning stages of cancer that a woman had and in turn save her life.
Just like that?
Just like that.
How many patients do you guys normally see on your trip in just a day?
It's unbelievable. When we set up a camp, people will wait till the wee hours of the night to be seen. And we're very blessed because the doctors are there ready to go bright and early in the morning, and they don't leave until they've seen that last patient. Some of the people we see have never seen a doctor or haven't seen one in 15 years. And you see people where a common cold can actually turn into a very serious illness.
Interesting. Where are the doctors coming from? Are they volunteering their time?
The doctors do volunteer their time. It's strictly on a missionary capacity.
So interesting to know. Oh my. What else are you guys doing in Africa? I think you guys are building a college prep school.
We are building a college preparatory school as well. We've been working with President Goodluck of Nigeria for 3 years on that.
Kudos.
And it looks like that will be completed in about 2 years. We also host a Kickoff for Kids camp there, which is a sports mentoring camp, not just football, but other facets, because we want to include the girls.
How does Kickoff for Kids incorporate the ladies out in Africa?
We always bring a female athlete. While there is equal rights in Nigeria, it's nothing like it is in America. So we really want to empower these young girls and let them know that they can be the same thing as a successful man can be. That they too can become a doctor, they can become a nurse, a teacher, whatever they choose to be. That if they seek education, the cycle can be broken and that they can achieve the goals. Also, with Kickoff for Kids, we do introduce American football. Africa is the only continent that does not have somebody playing an organized form of American football. So we are working with the NFL, Pop Warner, and iFife, and we are introducing the sport, and that opens the door for it becoming an Olympic sport, which will of course build international relationships and open more doors to Africa.
Other than the natural resources.
Exactly.
We're here with NFL Houston Texan defensive lineman Amobi Okoye. Amobi has a rare story. Let me just make sure I get all this correct. Entered high school at the age of 12, graduated at the age of 15, was offered a scholarship to Harvard,
Right.
but turned it down to attend Louisville, the University of Louisville?
We're still, if you're from there, it's Louisville.
Louisville. Wow. To pursue football, which he
Right.
became
And also,
prominent.
yeah, academics. So.
It was academics too?
Academics too, for sure. They're good in med school. They have a good med school, and that was, that's why my first goal was to become a doctor. And so they excel in academics also. And like I said, it's kind of like the best. It was the best fit for me, academics wise, athletic wise, and it's only 3.5 hours away from home. So I felt like it was the best fit. In my high school, we went there for football camp, or full contact camp, 3 years in a row. So I kind of got used to the school, and felt like that's where I needed to go.
Well, obviously you became prominent in football, entered the league at the age of 19.
Right.
Are you still considered the youngest?
No. Well, the youngest to ever
To have
come.
entered, yeah.
Right. Ever since the merger, I've been I have the record for the youngest to get drafted in the first round and play in the NFL, and it's a privilege. You know, I'm grateful for it, and having an opportunity to do something like that. But
It's an impressive story, because I will say, just for the upcoming generation, even people like me, we look at ourselves and we can go out and say we don't have to limit ourselves.
Right.
As far as boundaries. But coming in at the NFL at such a young age, you still, of course, is still excelling on and off the field, obviously. Yeah. And that's the reason why we're here, definitely through this foundation.
Yeah, as soon as I got drafted, I started up my foundation. I wanted to, kind of give back during my bye week, go back to Louisville and give to a community that gave me so much, go back to Huntsville, Alabama, and also here in Houston, where I got drafted and where my career has been so far. So, yeah, I started the foundation with my Kickoff for Kids program. And then the next program we went into after that was our Tackle Hunger program, and the third and last program is Katy, Changing Africa Through Education program. And I have to say it's been an honor to be able to affect other people that don't have the opportunity or can't necessarily have the hope or think they can be successful, because that's the goal of the foundation, is to provide hope and opportunity to kids and community. That's my I focus on the youth, but I don't leave out the community itself, because the youth are a part of the community.
Of course, they're the leading generation. The
Tackle Hunger really serves for the community, whereas the Kickoff for Kids, Kate, gears towards the youth, and Kate also is for the community. But in turn, everything is geared to helping people. So I love it, I enjoy it, and that's what my foundation is about.
Wow, impressive. One thing I like about the mission trips to Africa is two-way fold. One, you guys are giving back, but secondly, you've laid the foundation for your colleagues.
Right. To
come, to join you.
Of course.
And give back.
Yeah, and that was one thing I noticed when I first came into the league, was that I would run into a lot more African players, especially Nigerian players, or African Nigerian descent, or players of African or Nigerian descent. Okay. And when I would run into them, I would always ask questions like, just find out more about each other. Were you born here? Were you born back home? When did you move? When last have you gone back? And from there, I just started thinking, this is what, obviously, when I first got into the league, and I already had plans of going back after I started with when I did my when I started the kickoff for kids, the kickoff for kids, and I went back home. I went back to Louisville during the bye week, and then Tackle Hunger was during Thanksgiving. I just started thinking, how about I try to gather up some other players, especially the ones of African descent, and we come together and as a group try to help elevate the country into to better standards in the whole continent as a whole. And so I started a CATE program, and it's just a tool and a way for athletes to give back. Athletes, companies, everything.
Of course.
Everybody can give back.
Amobi, tell us about your Kickoff for Kids program.
The Kickoff for Kids program, it's a scholarship, and it's also youth-centered activities of which we use to pretty much encourage youth to be somebody and better themselves. We have the scholarship, which we give out 3 in 2010, and that's we gave out 1 in Houston, 1 in Louisville, and 1 in Huntsville, Alabama. And they went out to a high school student who was going into their first year of college, and there's a partial scholarship to help them into that first year, and at least give them an opportunity to go see what college is about and want to do more, to get more scholarships, to get better, and finish out hopefully with somebody else paying for their degree and them bettering themselves. Like I said, we give out the 3 of them. Each of the recipients are writing an essay on how Africa affects the global economy in the category of sports. So every year we're going to recycle the category, and that's the way I connected with the Changing Africa Through Education CATE program.
Okay.
And the winner of the best written essay is going on a trip with us in March.
Oh, really?
So as of current, we're in the process of reviewing all the papers and getting votes for who thinks the best well-written paper is, and award them with the trip to Africa to come and be a part of what the organization is, be a part of CATE, and at the same time come back and have it affect you some way, somehow. Like I said, the connection between Kickoff for Kids and CATE is, and all my programs with the foundation is to kind of make a connection amongst the youth of the continent of North America and the continent of Africa. And, there's countless expectations of where that can lead to. You never know.